Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Madals here with some exclusive content. Well, it's not actually exclusive content, it is just my standard content. I have just got a bit used to talking as if I am at the ESET stand at the ESET UK Masters. So forget that, it's not exclusive, it is just a replay that was online. But it's still an awesome one. It is my day-to-day StarCraft action. So, let me introduce the two players to you on Acheron Wastes. In the lower right position from Team Liquid, someone I have been chilling with this weekend, of course, with Snute being here. It is from, as I said, Team Liquid, it is Snute. And his opponent up in the top left, the blue Terran player from Team Empire. It is BratOK. And well, BratOK has got that supply depot down in his mineral line, so he could be going for a CC first. That is a possibility, a very probable one at that. Acheron Waste is a relatively big map. Snute, he should most likely be going for a 15 hatch 16 pull. Could actually go hatch gas pull, depending on how quickly he wants speed out, how greedy he's feeling, how brave and relentless he wants to push up against BratOK. But yeah, Snute currently at the time of this replay is in the Grandmasters League, so he is Swish. BratOK is a Masters player, very high Masters though, so he is solid. Obviously both of these two should be really well known, so let me know in the comment section below right now, literally just a second, leave a comment, let me know who you think's gonna win. And if you cheat, I'll know. Yeah, I will. And then I'll get you to then after at the end leave another comment, tell me whether you're right or wrong and why you think it happened that way, because comments are fun. Like legit, it's not, I don't say leave a comment because I just want to see tons of comments on my video. It's because actually I really like talking to people, and like most people, as long as I catch it when I'm not stupidly busy, I will reply to the majority of comments on my YouTube channel. So yeah, that would be awesome. And since I put a game up every day, there's lots of videos you can comment on as well, which is awesome. But I realised I could have just set myself up for a bit of a major problem if like everyone who watches this video now leaves a comment expecting an answer, because then I'm going to have like 1,000 comments to reply to, and I'll try, okay? Honestly, boys and girls, I will try. Back to the game, though. BratOK, he's got the gas down. He's got the barracks down as well. No Reaper, though. So what is he planning? He is just banking up the gas for the moment. Just getting the marine out. Probably going to get a factory down fairly soon. Meanwhile, Snute, he's got the hatchery. He's got the gas. Just starting to mine. He's also got this spawning pool. The reactor coming down, so it's not going to be a factory. Just going to be producing quite a few units. He's also got his command center on its way. Meanwhile, we've got this Overlord, a very brave Overlord at the moment, trundling, floating forward, but pulls back as soon as he sees the marine. We've got the supply depot, also the reactor there, so that makes a nice little wall. There's a small gap there, but this marine desperate to try and kill that Overlord. Not going to be able to get it dead though. Could try and run around, but almost certainly wouldn't make it. Meanwhile, an SCV just up at the front, taking a look, saying, yep, that's a hatchery. Just as we were expecting, boys, back home, and really, it's now going to be a bit of a macro fest, at least by the looks of things at the moment. What I'm waiting to see is if Snute is going to pull these drones at 100 gas. The answer? No. He isn't. He's just going to keep mining the gas, keep not making speed or anything like that. He's just waiting. He's just waiting for the right moment to start researching speed. That's what it is. Of course, no Rotron either. I'm not quite sure what Snute's doing, I'm not going to lie. But it's something magnificent, I am sure. Anyway, as we've got here, those destructible, unbuildable plates, unbuildable rocks are getting destroyed. The Marines do not like them at all. The command center is now complete. That should mean an orbital command gets started. Indeed, it is true. There comes the Roach Warren for Snute as well. So he is going to be going for some Roach aggression. He is supply blocked though. That is not what you want to be doing when you're going to get a lot of Roaches. So straight away build some Overlords. And Snute, you even put a pro tip out on Twitter the other day that it was like, if you're going to make Roaches, when the Rotron is building, build a whole ton of Overlords because you don't want to get supply blocked. So you should know this. That was your pro tip to everyone. And yes, that is indeed what he likes to do. Some roach rushing could be on the cards. The droning looking really solid actually. He's already up to 32 to the 23 SCVs of BratOK. But BratOK starting a very quick third command center. And he can get away with this because of these, the rock towers. Knock those down, you've suddenly got a very easily defendable third base with tanks up on the high ground here. You can hold both of them exceptionally fast. And as such, that could be really nice. But already 12 roaches rallied across the map. These head-ins are not going to know what hit them. Just coming in to check to see if there's a third base down here, which is an odd place to check because 9 out of 10 Zergs expand north up into this base, because then the reason you take this base rather than the lower one is because of this. It's a nice nice area you can defend a lot easier, whereas otherwise you've got to come around this cliff area. But the Hellions do spot some roaches suddenly, like, oh my goodness, am I about to die? And in response to that, Bunker's coming down up on the high ground. We've got Widow Mines in production as well. They'll help a bit with a nice little bit of splash, nice little bit of zoning, but Bunkers are going to have to be chucked down fairly urgently. A lift almost certain to be forced here because it's just not enough units. There is only a handful of Marines and 4 Hellions. That is not going to be able to hold off this advancing wave of roaches, and as such, BratOK has no choice but to retreat, pulling back the SCVs. The Mule desperate to try and get as much use out of it as he can. The bunker not yet complete. The Widow Mine are burrowing, but as we see, just the roaches going down. The second Widow Mine didn't actually manage to go off, so that just means that it's still there as a potential threat. More roaches are here, those supply depots getting taken out. This orbital command should be forced to lift shortly, and all Snute is doing behind this is droning. That is exactly what he wants to be doing. 12 in production. He started his 3rd hatchery as well. This is exactly what he wants. He's just busy taking out these supply depots, getting a massive supply block on BratOK now. This is just so unfortunate for him, and already the roaches starting to push up now. A couple of marauders are out, but no more are on their way. The supply block absolutely huge. The first supply depot only just getting rebuilt now, but still a supply block is down. More supply depots on their way, and of course with that cancel force, there is no energy to cool down supply either, unfortunately. There is on the main, and that could be an emergency move to make, but BratOK just not going to rush, not going to panic, because without more roaches coming in, which he's seen clearly aren't on their way, he's done a good amount of damage, probably forced them back. Isn't out of it yet, because ultimately he only lost 3 workers, but Snute behind this, he's just droned so heavily. 55 drones out on the field, his 3rd base about to come down as well. A macro hatch, he's also got the double evolution chamber. He is just really on form. Everything is looking to be spectacular for him, and with the lair just completing, roach speed can be coming down. He can also look to start getting out the Hydra Den. Roach Hydra is a strong composition. He could also look to go swarm host, knowing that there's not any tanks at the moment for the Terran, and between all of those things, he's just looking to be really comfortable, and as such, I think this is really now Snute's game to lose, and what he's doing is just fantastic. He's pumped so many drones so quickly. He's getting his 3rd queen up there as well. Wants to ideally get about 20 more drones up to about the 74, 76 mark, and then he can really start going nicely. But BratOK heavily using these Widow Mines, going for that bio mine style we saw so much at MLG, which is really solid, but mines are great, but they're not quite as good as tanks. They're still solid though, because they do one-shot big groups of Zerglings, so that's something that BratOK wants to use them for. But he needs to start teching as well behind this. This 3rd base was heavily delayed after it was forced to cancel on the low ground, and it's going to get delayed even further because Snute, like the boss he is just starting to generate creep down there. He's generating creep as well with the Overlords to join up his 2 bases, because creep spread isn't actually that good with tumors. So this is something that a lot of pros do, and it's really solid, that if you've got Overlords, you may as well just join up the bases with creep from those, because once you've got lair, why not? As we've got now these Widow Mines just starting to move forward, they take a quick look. They're probably going to burrow up relatively near, because the roaches, to be honest, will be able to snipe them off while they're burrowing, especially considering they don't have the drilling claws. Meanwhile, the Marines, the Marauders, the Hellions are coming to join in this battle as well, and the roaches are just starting to stack up in number. 1-1 upgrades are on their way, but it's the melee upgrades coming down, which is quite surprising with how heavily committed Snute is to the roach play already. And from this lair, he's not actually getting down any tech other than the roach speed. But here we go, we've got engagement coming down. The burrow comes down on the Widow Mines, and this is where Biomine is really strong. But this is just so clever by Snute, sending the Overlords forward in order to soak up some of that damage, trigger the mines, and if he just sent them a bit further split apart, it wouldn't have actually killed them. But he did lose 2 Overlords there, but already we're now seeing these roaches just start pushing forward. The upgrades looking really solid. +1 carapace is now done for Snute compared to no upgrades at all for BratOK, and just the supply difference is monumental. Snute with 170 supply to just under 110 for the Terran. This push is looking oh so scary. In it comes, coming straight up there. There are 2 Widow Mines there. They do get 1 roach, but the second roach is able to get through. This infantry getting absolutely annihilated here, and the roach is just hugging up all the way through. The Overlords just coming for the party, trying to soak up some more mine fire, but as we can see, just this is Snute absolutely dominating, streaming units across the map now, and I think BratOK has got no choice but to GG out here. All of his army has been taken out, generating creep as well in the base. What manners that is, but still. Well done to Snute, great play, really solid timing pushes, so congratulations to him. Remember, like the video, leave a cool comment, let me know, were you right? Did you predict that Snute was going to win? And why do you think he won? Tell me below. And of course, yeah, subscribe because I get new games up every day of the week on this YouTube channel from pro players. You don't want to miss them. And yeah, thanks for watching, I'll catch you tomorrow. I'm Madals, bye for now.